right. So, and 6 hours on the road, 3 gallons of lube later, I finally made it home. And that's how I got arrested for writing Harry Potter fan fiction.
Oh, yeah, it's a very common problem. How gay was Dumbledore?
Ultra Mega Plus guy. Hey, what's going on? Shit, it's Midweek Saints, guys.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Midweek
Oh, yeah.
Saints. Shit,
Hey,
what's
look, we're
going
on
on,
time, kind
everybody?
of. We're
Kind of
kind
on
of on
time.
time. Kind of
Yeah.
on time-ish. It's been a funny day. Funny day. Lots of full of surprises, miscommunications, broken Skype apparently.
It's vernaculous. I'm
Oh
trying.
yeah, we got a
Yeah.
vernaculars here too.
Yes.
Yeah. It's probably my fault, guys.
He took time
Yes.
he took time off
So
from
yeah,
his copious ether bender to grace us
I,
with his presence here.
it took. It makes you behave like the drunkard in an early Irish novel.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Too true. Too
That's
true.
enough.
Yeah, no, so I guess a couple of interesting announcements. We're not making a big deal out of it. Just please, by no means, do anything like go on Twitter, hashtag this shit up or something. We did get a strike on the main YouTube channel. We're fighting it. It'll get cleared.
Strange one too.
For this, yeah, the strangest show. It was our Before Kilroy show with Rucka and Bunty and Roaming Millennial, and I think Repzion. Yeah, Repzion was there too.
Yep, Repsion, Roaming, Bunty, and Rucka. Was that it? Was it just four of them? Yeah, it
It
was
was
four of
for
them.
yeah, and
Yeah.
us too, and we got a strike on that for what was it? Hateful conduct.
Hate speech, I think, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
hate
So
speech.
yeah, I mean the really confusing thing about that is of all the shows we've done, that was probably one of the tamer ones. Um it was just a pre-Kilroy hangout with some people. I don't even think any like
God
particularly
damn it, Jeff.
spicy jokes were made.
Yeah, it was totally weird.
Well, then the stranger thing too. So like, I woke up to find this notification in the Saints email. I get the update on my phone. I'm like, what is this? I take a look, and I start hitting Jeff up on Skype, like, hey, dude, so did you see this? And then crickets. And then it was like, how you doing? And then I'm like, I'm good. What are we doing about this thing? Nothing.
Crickets.
Crickets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it wasn't until getting here into the Twitch chat that I was able to actually verify with him that his Skype was malfunctioning. That was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. So we both made Saints promos. Mine
Two
was
of them.
better. Mine was
Yeah.
totally better.
Well, I was throwing my shit, I was throwing it together last minute, and is how the shows usually like work best. While I was also filing an appeal for the strike, also trying to figure out why I couldn't get in touch with Jeff, trying to verify that Vernaculus is going to come around, and Big Money Quinn dropped in for a little while after school today, asking what Steam game she can buy with her new birthday gift card sent by the lovely
Oh,
Milady Cleric. Thank you,
gotcha.
thank you, John.
Yeah, we got censored for Saints speech. That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
Found some fun shit to go over today, though. We've got some as usual. See, Thursday is the odd news day. We're not going to talk about anything too heavy or important unless it's funny in some way or something worth saying. And the first one we've got, you gonna bring this one up, Jeff?
Yeah, I totally forgot I
Yeah.
didn't get that all framed up and everything, but I'm working on
Ah,
it. Yeah.
yeah. See, the this first news item I did rather like. Police praise Wisconsin students for prank that was illusion. As the image here, it looks like what the hell kind of car is that? It's a Pontiac, not a Firebird. What is that? Sunfire or something like that. Yeah, it looks like a Pontiac crashed clean into a wall. But apparently, this was all just staged by these students who found a junk car, bits of rubble, some bricks, some caution tape, and some black tarp, and were able to put together a pretty goddamn clever mock-up of what looks like a student driver. Now,
Oh.
yeah,
Oh
photos
my
take.
god.
Yeah, look at that. Cumberland, Wisconsin. This is by the AP. Police report. Police had praise for students who created an illusion for a senior class prank that appeared to show a car smashed into the principal's office. Students at Cumberland High School in Wisconsin used a junk car, some bricks, some tape, and some black tarp to make it look like the car had crashed into their school. Police arrived on scene only to realize it wasn't really a wreck. The Cumberland Police Department wrote on Facebook that it was one of the best senior pranks.
Excellent.
The school district also congratulated the students for their ingenuity. And for some reason, it says Cumberland is 90 miles northeast of Minneapolis. So I guess they thought it was important to give the town a little shout out. But that is fucking clever. I mean, you've heard of people getting like, oh, we put the car on the roof somehow or whatever. But yeah, to give someone a near heart attack like this, I can imagine is kind of ideal. Do either you guys have any do either you participate in senior pranks in high school?
Kind of. Not senior pranks, but in high school there was this legend of a fake president, like class president, a manufactured one out of the ether. His name was Abdul Rashim. No, Abdul Rabid, I think it was. Yeah, Abdul Rabid. And what these kids did the year before is they would break into the save files of the kids who had taken like pictures of themselves on the early webcams, and then they would use the spray paint tool to put an afro on him and make funny posters of this fake candidate, like vote Abdul or he'll bomb the school, things like that, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, jokes you could make back in the 90s, and you can't make them anymore.
Yeah, I can't really get away now.
And so I took it upon myself to make propaganda flyers when I picked it up, and I called the principal like a fascist, a capitalist pig dog trying to oppress.
Oh man.
Yeah, oppress our speech as the terrorist candidate for class president. And me,
I like it.
And me and
I
this
like
girl I really wanted to have sex with went and tagged the statue in front of the school.
Then did you end up tagging her?
No.
I wasn't around senior year, so yeah. Go ahead. I'm sure you got
there were 3 different senior pranks during my senior year of high school. The one I participated in was similar to Jeff's story, but it was a lot tamer. We were running Billy Mays for class president.
Ooh,
Billy Mays.
So yeah.
Here.
Another one, I knew the kid who did it, but I didn't participate in this one. But they put stink bombs in the vents.
Oh Christ!
Yeah. That shit will get you arrested for that they'll call it chemical weapons now. So you'll have Homeland Security all up in your ass for that one. But
yeah, but I mean the third one wasn't even a prank. It was just vandalism. I guess somebody smashed up one of the toilets just into a bunch of tiny pieces.
That's not super creative, but I like that they had the spirit. They were down. Right. Yeah, they were there in spirit.
They were sick of all of this shit.
This is a surprisingly well planned out prank. That's amazing. I'm impressed as well.
I'm to know how many people were in on it, because that's like a lot of work. That's like a lot of work to get that mock-up done before school or overnight.
Right. Yeah, and they had to like very carefully cut the junk car to make it look like it's fit into the bench itself. Like that's wild. Well done, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, pinkies up to the clever seniors of Cumberland High School there. Closest, like I wasn't there senior year, so I didn't get to take part in any of that. But I did before I left in my junior year. I somehow came into possession of the trophy case keys. And I wasn't really like that. I really didn't have anything in mind for them. I just had them, so I started basically auctioning them off to the various troublemakers and shitsters in class, and I think I paid something like $50 or $60. It was just so I could get like a bag of weed and then fuck off for the rest of the day. Yeah. But apparently those keys made the rounds. They kept replacing the lock, and then people would find another way to get a new set of keys, and it went on for a better part of a year, if I'm not mistaken.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So catching up real quick, we got Sergeant Buckery subscribed 7 months so far. Buddy Chat Mort for 4 months says, "Guys, look how special I am." You are special, chat. It's very true. Dionysus Kiss 4 months, and Big Assassin 80 for 7 months. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Especially in this our dark time. We are right now exiled from YouTube streaming. It's terrible.
Yeah, and this could spell the end of entertainment as we know it, I think.
Good. I don't
You're
know.
gonna have
It's all over now.
Yeah,
just-
I'm just gonna. We'll just start up a bunch.
Do
just
it on my
some,
channel. Fuck it.
or we'll just do some like Google Hangout shit and just toss it around different places, hop from channel to channel. It seems to be high fashion these days. Now I am curious. I mean, it was flagged, right?
Yeah.
Part of me wants to think it's some kind of algorithmic shit because we all are aware that YouTube's gearing up to make even more fantastic changes.
Right.
Yeah. In the wake of it's like it'd be great. It's like I'd love it if they did something just to like really blow our minds. So like in the wake of all of the controversy surrounding the BuzzFeed articles and the hate speech and all of that, we will no longer be taking 30% of these super chats. Well, like,
Oh, that'd be great. Oh,
yeah,
dude.
it's like, well, yeah, no,
We're
think
taking 60% now.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh.
like we'll be washing our hands of this filth. How do you do that? By no longer taking money from creators. April Fools. It's May. Oh, well, fuck.
Whatever. It's fine.
And fuck you, it's May.
Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, listen, we had the joke ready. It just took forever to finish processing at 98%. It just took a month and a half to actually post the joke to the world. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, well.
Now, you want to take? Do you want
to? No, I was just gonna say. Speaking of like YouTube being assholes, my Hunter Thompson video got demonetized before I even hit publish.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know why.
Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous.
I did say a swear word in it. So.
Well, yeah. I don't really think it's swear words because I curse in my videos all the time, and I rarely get the yellow mark anymore. I'll get it if I have something really incendiary, or like a catchword in the description or in the title or tag. Then it'll flag it really quickly. But I mean, I don't think I get demonetized for my language anymore. I really don't. I think they fixed that.
I don't get demonetized for shit anymore, which really confuses and surprises me. I mean, that whole thing with the NBC Universal, because they hit me with a copyright strike and they didn't get a takedown on it, and I just tweeted at them saying, "Thank you for not getting that video taken down. It seems to be important to a lot of people." And then they withdrew the strike on their own. They're just like, they withdrew the claim on their own. They're like, yeah, it's all right. And like, NBC Universal, you guys are good guys. Give me a call. By the way, this episode of Midweek Saints brought to you by The Blacklist. Why not?
Sure.
So somebody in the chat made a decent point, and it made me feel stupid for bringing it up. But he goes, swear words? No, it's the copyrighted content. Because I used I used footage of interviews that he did.
Oh, maybe.
But there was no audio to it. That's the thing. There was I saw that earlier. You didn't include the audio. You just included it as
I mean, but still.
Yeah. I think it just appeal it. You'll be fine.
Larry Kubiak gifted a sub to Anahata Hearts.
It's not a big deal.
6 months now she's been with us. Pretty awesome. And Cat Cadaver, 100 bits. I got a raise at work. Woo. And piggies up to you there, Cat. Congratulations.
Okay.
Yeah.
And go get more of those witchy cocktails of yours. And the vegan pizza.
Okay, so this next one, I'll get to that one in just a minute. The next bits in just a minute. But let's read this. Let's read this article. If I can find my shit. There we go. All right. Yanni or Laurel, internet split on what name they hear in audio clip. I'm pretty sure most people by now have heard about this, but just in case, I think this will actually play the audio of it. Let me see. You guys won't be able to hear it, but the audience will.
All right.
This is from Fox News. Wait. Here, listen close. Laurel. Yeah, so basically, depending on I guess the shape of your ears or whatever, some people hear Yanni, some people hear Laurel, and I guess I've been reading articles on it that basically say like this is a new Firestorm, the new black and blue versus gold and whatever the fuck it was.
Oh yeah, the dress.
Yeah.
What was it, last year? Yeah.
I haven't seen people like squatting up on this like they did on that. Not really.
No, not yet though. I mean, it's still, it's still kind of new. Give people time. They're really good at getting all like riled up and shit. So,
Okay,
uh,
well, you guys have heard this
This
though.
is this is a content gold mine for different
yeah.
news organizations. You know.
It
Yeah.
is. It really is. What do you hear, Vernaculus?
I listen to the audio. I hear Laurel,
Do
but
you really?
yeah.
When I listened to it, I listened to it a few times, and I kept hearing this like mix. Like if I'm looking to hear Yanni, I can hear it, and if I'm looking to hear Laurel, I can hear it. But another thing I heard too is that it also depends a lot of times on what you're listening to it on. So like my PC speakers, like my usual speakers, not the headphones and shit, they're kind of tinny, kind of cheap speakers, and so what you'll hear on that compared to what you'll hear through like studio cans probably much different.
I hear Yanni. I've tried to hear Laurel. I hear Yanni.
You just made an enemy for life.
Yeah,
Dude,
see?
Chatmore just said I'm not hyper tuned to little low testosterone beta male voices, so I hear Laurel. Like, what the fuck? Hey now.
What the fuck?
Rhino says I
Amen,
keep.
I just
friend.
now I hope
Yeah.
especially Vern, I hope
No, but
you
see, now we're
noticed
buying into it. We're buying into the
that
the
there's a
controversy.
difference. You know what? You're actually not hearing anything at all. It's dead air, and nobody knows, and nobody's willing to admit that they don't hear anything at all.
You're just slowly going insane.
Did you like that enlightened centrism of mine there though just now? It's like, yeah, I hear them both. That's right.
Yeah, yeah, see. Smart marketing.
I think you're full of
Smart
shit.
marketing.
I honestly was for a while until I asked somebody that I trusted, what do you hear? And they were like, I hear Laurel, and I'm like, are you fucking with me? And they're like, no, I really hear that. Before that, I thought people were actually just intentionally fucking with it, being like, nah, I totally hear Laurel, yeah, and totally talking a bunch of shit, like they're lying their asses off. But I guess they really do. You really do hear Laurel.
See, that's what the real fight's going to be. It's not so much about what you hear or don't hear. It's about how you're just not capable of trusting anyone you talk to anymore. Like, what do you hear? I hear Laurel. You're a fucking liar.
Fucking lying
Don't
piece
ever,
of shit.
don't ever talk to me or my son again. Now this,
It could
now
be
this,
about it could be a priming thing too. Where it's like if you go in expecting to hear one of them, you're gonna hear that one.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well,
I saw
now
that
this-
with something else too.
Yeah, no, well, this article from Fox is actually about celebs weighing in on it, and so we've got a series of tweets from Chloe Feldman. No idea who that is.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
Yeah,
Mhm.
JJ Watt, Yanni versus Laurel starting some real fights. I want to find these, JJ. You find them for me. My wife heard Yanni, I hear Laurel. How is that? How is it possible that people can hear one word or the other? What's the science behind that? Says Ryan Switzer. Again, no idea who that is. Quincy Quarter Zips, no idea still. If you hear Yanni and not Laurel, I don't trust you. See, look, it begins. Now, my
Mhm.
favorite, there's just loads of these. And it's talking about how a lot of any what the fuck kind of prose is this? God damn it. While most listeners were divided on if they heard Yanni or Laurel, some people said they heard both after multiple listens. That's kind of what I heard. My favorite tweet, and I didn't actually see, it wasn't included here, but it actually came from the actress Marlee Matlin, the
Mhm.
deaf actress. She's like, Yanni, Laurel, I can't hear shit.
World famous deaf actress Marlee Matlin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And apparently she's got some chops as a shit poster, no less.
I wonder if
Ooh.
Kanye weighed in on the Yanni or Laurel. That's a real question.
Kanye,
Kanye, yeah.
yeah, Kanye.
See, I wanna.
I hear
wanna do one of
Yeezy!
these.
What? Sorry. What?
I want to do one of these. I want to drum up a whole bunch of articles about it, and I think I've got the right idea.
Okay.
Wait, let me see if I can run it by you guys. Ready?
Yeah.
It's a new one, right? It's sort of like the dress. Is it blue or blue and gold or whatever it was? And Yanni or Laurel. You do one called armpit or lady crotch.
Ooh.
What do you think?
Not bad. I mean, you'll definitely get your
You
Twitter
could
news.
drum
but-
up content. You could get all the celebrities to weigh in, figure out what they think.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I like
you'll
this.
actually you'll probably get an interesting insight into what like the well, what certain celebrities might think a labia looks like. That'd be interesting. Yeah, it's always fun. Like I've got one for the audience right now. This show, awful or really gay? Hmm?
Mm,
Yeah.
I hear both.
Yeah. No, I can see it. I can totally see it. All right. Yeah. You guys are welcome.
Yeah.
We're not gonna focus on that story too very fucking long.
No. Actually, I think the
Okay,
next one is
yeah.
this next one is I think
Hang on.
particularly enjoyable.
But Ben
Um,
Mills, our buddy Ben Mills, hashtag, is Vern and Nick going to do that one parody I was told about at Kilroy, or are we not discussing that?
we'll get around to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing a parody?
Paul Joseph Watsonberger, Infowars 1776. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that has to happen.
Oh,
That has to
yeah.
happen. Yeah, we just got it. We just got to get it written.
I said the British are coming.
I said the goddamn British are coming, and no one would listen. I've got a highly classified handbill here.
One if by land,
from the founding
two
fathers
if
themselves.
by sea.
Yeah, that's what my buddy Gabe gave me. He's like, you need to make it you need to make the PJW thing period appropriate. So he's like, what was it? Ruminate upon my repudiation. Like, not bad. Get some shots. Yeah, it'll be a good when we get around to it. It's like everything else that any of us is involved in. The idea happens and then it percolates and is forgotten due to laziness and inefficiency. And then eventually we say, oh yeah, we're gonna do that thing. What are you doing today? All right, cool. Get your powdered wig out. You'd be amazed how many.
We were gonna do Saints Gaming on
I say
Tuesday.
that I don't presently approve of this Constitution. However, I can't say that I'll never approve it.
Being French isn't real. The pharmaceutical industry would have you believe that the French are real.
Is being French turning men into pussies?
You see, this is how it comes together. It's just I'll get myself like a pre-manifest destiny map to green screen behind me. People are saying there's land out here. Everyone knows there's nothing but ocean and savages. Yeah.
Sergeant Buck, Nicolas Maduro would make a great spokesperson for Weight Watchers. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Ow.
I did like that image someone took, like a Snapchat photo. They put the Communist Manifesto under the diet and nutrition section at a Barnes and Noble.
Oh yeah.
I did a bit of rearranging here.
Pretty good.
Brilliant bastard.
Mm-hmm.
We got anything now? We got any more to catch up on?
That was the last one.
Why?
Fuck off.
Anyway.
Come on, whatever.
Why?
Why?
Like, this is beer money we're talking about here. Now this one is an interesting story. Rapper Dr. Dre loses trademark battle with gynecologist Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dre.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Dre, a TV gynecologist, says he doesn't want to be linked to the rapper as his lyrics are offensive to the women he worked with. There we go. Hip hop icon Dr. Dre has lost a 3-year trademark battle with gynecologist and sexpert called Dr. Dre. The still DRE rapper, whose real name is Andre Young, objected to the trademark application of the doctor and media personality, whose nickname is spelled differently but sounds the same as the music producers. Dr. Dreon Birch, who has written books such as 20 Things You May Not Know About the Vagina. It's got to be a fucking page turner, that one.
It was an explosive piece.
it was kind of blown out, that one.
What really makes a vagina tick? You know?
It's like, why? A better question: why is your vagina ticking?
God damn it!
Oh yeah.
20 things you may not know about the vagina.
20 things you may not know about the vagina goes by a shorthand version of his name and applied to register it as a trademark. But the music star behind such hits as "Forgot About Dre," "Dre Day," and "I Need a Doctor," well selected. Good. You
got one.
He forgot about Dre, and now Dre needs a doctor in court. Yeah.
But he lost, so it's
Objected,
not Dre
arguing
Day.
the public would be confused and assume a connection between the two parties. Yes, I'll say, like, whenever I see Dre and Eminem together, all I can think of is, wow, Dre really likes hanging out with some pussies, doesn't he? But the
Someone said nothing but a G spot.
Nothing but a G-spot, baby.
Come on. Who was it?
Yeah, I have a feeling, actually, if we can, we'll try and link the story. You guys can just go and Google it. It's not hard to find, but I think we could use some Dre parodies. I think we could use some honest to God vaginal Dre parodies.
I hope Dre on Birch does the Dre parodies, like forgot about the clitoris, like shit like that. Or no. Oh, no, you forgot about your pap smear because he's a gynecologist, right?
Yeah. Yeah. In a document published by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, does this make this guy a patent troll almost, or a trademark troll? It said that Dr. Dre argued that his name in the recording industry is sufficiently related to applicants' MP3 files, magazines, audiobooks, a series of books, and other types of public performance. He put it to the department that it is beyond question that the applicant's marks would be viewed by the public as pointing uniquely and unmistakably to Dr. Dre, as Dr. Dre had applied to use the name in connection with services that relate to the entertainment industry in which Dr. Dre is recognized. That was...
It's spelled the same way, though.
No, it's not.
Right?
Yeah. But the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office dismissed the objection, saying consumers would be able to distinguish between the 53-year-old musician and the medical doctor who is a public speaker on women's health issues. It said the rapper, quote, failed to show that a connection would be presumed in the mind of the public consuming public when the applicant's Dr. Dre marks are used in connection with applied for goods and services. Dr. Dre, the pussy one, argued that he was not using the name in order to further his career, as he found the rap lyrics of the former NWA star who recorded songs as "bitches ain't shit" offensive to the women he worked with. Published in the documents, the gynecologist added, "I cannot be associated with anyone that has that kind of misogynistic speech because it's a bad reflection on me as a doctor." Dr. Dre is considered the most successful artists in hip-hop and helped launch the careers of Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and 50 Cent before launching his Beats by Dre headphones band. Yeah, so that was,
Wow.
back in the day, back in the bad old days with the East Coast, West Coast shit, right? Before Pac and Biggie got shot, when Dre was coming up and NWA was even a thing, who would have imagined he'd be going to court against a gynecologist arguing over who has the right to trademark Dr. Dre?
We settle this shit in the hood of the patent office, motherfucker.
Fucking OG patent clerk got my back.
Now you step off my shit or I will straight litigate your ass, motherfucker.
I can't believe it. Come on.
It's too good.
It's wonderful, and I mean this honestly, I kind of chalk that. I think this goes up there with that picture of Ice Cube from Road Trip, was it, or Are We There Yet?
Are we there yet? Yeah.
Yeah, just him fishing, big smile on his face, and it's like, yeah. But I was like, but then I was like, Dre's like
straight out of Compton.
Yeah, Dre's like, at first I was like, but now I'm like, finger banging like the Dre is. He's Dre. Never mind.
Nope.
Curious case. It's these kind of cases, honestly, though, that make me really just sit up and take notice of all of these Trump appointees, because who knows where this will go had we had Hillary Clinton.
I had to put I had to put the picture of Ice Cube and a life preserver up on the screen.
There we go.
I did.
That's important.
Oh, look at that. That's very nice.
It's so it's just wholesome rapper memes. That's going to be the future of this shit. And it's still wholesome gangster rappers, and we need them to come back to save us from all like the Lil something or other mumble rappers with the Lucky Charms hairdos and shit. Because, I mean, it's bad enough Drake's going into court to fight a gynecologist, But while he's doing that, hip hop is falling to shit.
Mm-hmm. It really honestly is.
Yeah, I think I saw an interview. I saw like an interview with Snoop Dogg or whatever, and he was making fun of all the mumble rappers. I don't know if you saw that. He was just like, man, like, how come all these people coming up sound the same? Like, it was like, they all sound like this.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that wonderful there was that wonderful epic meme rap. It's like skrrt, I go boom boom boom. Like hell yeah. Hell
Do it, boom boom boom.
yeah.
That was a good impression, actually.
Oh, last time when I was hanging out with Anna Hot Hearts last time, she just had a shitpost meme compilation video running. And that thing just kept like anytime there's a bird on camera, you can play that song, and it's just like, yeah, it works. I'm so happy with life right now.
Hang on. No, I know you're not gonna go. Mems does this amazingly well. Amazingly well.
I don't.
Oh,
do it. Come on.
Here we go.
You got
Boom.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
I need to know, did she learn that at her gynecologist's office?
Did you learn it at your gynecologist's office? Yeah, she did.
There we go. Dr. Dre strikes again.
Okay, all right.
Yep, greatest music producer in OBGYN this side of 2016.
Wait, hang on. What is that?
That is part of the routine for an annual exam to check cervical cancer. Put the speculum into your vagina, and then they shove their face right up next to it while it's all, pried open.
Right.
And they just go, hippo, pop, 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 pop. And if there's any cervical cancer, it jumps right out, and they catch it.
Yeah, it just all falls out.
And they test it.
That's just science.
Yeah, that's just medical science, man. I mean, this is why you go to med school for 7 years and not only for 4, because otherwise, how are you gonna know that works?
Mm-hmm.
Also, you gotta. I mean, like, there's the whole intro to Fruity Loops and basic beats, that whole thing. So
right, yeah.
I use Fruity Loops and then FL Studio after that for 5 years.
I want everyone to just pause and just dwell on that. Just consider for a moment the several year span in which Vernaculus was producing hip hop beats.
It wasn't hip hop.
The world's full of surprises. Don't step on my joke, bro.
It was EDM. It was EDM.
Oh. Did you wait? Was it house music?
It might have been.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, it's even worse because I played a gig in Boston too.
And you DJ'd house music
when I was 18, 19. My own. Yeah.
Oh, your own house music.
Yeah, okay. Look at me.
Yeah,
you hear Yanni, all right? I don't need to get.
Yeah. That, and I mean, well, let's keep in mind, Jeff's hot takes on music performance haven't been the same since the end of the Family Values tour.
Hey, no, that's not true. That's not true. No.
Oh God, I'm being disowned in the chat. I need to be tried in The Hague. Come on, you guys.
It's not like it was
a momentary 5-year lapse in judgment.
Momentary. There you go. Yeah, it's I was think about it. I was making house music. Exactly how much MDA do you think I was consuming at the time? Time just flies by when you're high off your gates.
Yeah, come on, give me a break.
I hear there's a lot of research chemicals going through Boston. It explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so, goddamn, that honestly did blow my mind though. Vern made house music. Larry Kubiak gifted the sub to Rhino.
Album out.
What?
Oh, we'll be finding that. Oh yeah,
on Spotify.
So I suppose this Sunday, on whatever channel we stream.
I'm not telling you what it is.
We're finding it. We are finding it.
Good luck.
And then you can file a DMCA against us when we used it several times as intro music for Saints.
I'll flag that show. Get your second strike.
Well, no, I mean YouTube will probably just do it itself. It's like, is that house music? Yeah, that's worse than hate speech.
Get that the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
House speech.
House music was a mistake. Anyway, so last but Sester May, 500 bits. Y'all here see the latest doxing hypocrisy vid. Also, yay, hi Vern. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. That's kind of an old topic for me, so I'm kind of like, But anyway, so next up, we've got Trump tells North Korea's Kim to denuclearize or risk overthrow. The U.S.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's spicy. I mean, just last week. Yeah, just last week or a week or two ago, was it? I believe everyone's like, "Oh my God, Trump solved the Korean issue," and Vern's like,
"Just wait."
No, nobody.
I'm playing 4D chess.
Oh yeah.
No, I saw this coming from a mile away.
I think
every single time North Korea looks like they're gonna concede something, it's always just it's a photo op, Even though this was a bigger photo op than before, but
it's a lovely.
I was not
the switch.
I was not surprised by this.
All right, so U.S. President. Okay, U.S. President says North Korea's Kim Jong-un could suffer same fate as Libya's Muammar Gaddafi over nuclear weapons. That's a fucking bold statement. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a direct threat saying, "I will unleash Hillary Clinton on you."
Yeah. Oh, ew.
That's provocation to nuclear war, and I don't even think South Korea would blame him at that point.
Can we Pokemon Go destabilize the region?
We did, however, get those 3 prisoners, though.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3 U.S. citizens detained in North Korea.
We did get them back. That's pretty good.
We ended up getting them. But,
U.S. President.
I guess that counts as a consent.
Yeah. We could give him a win for that. That's fine. That's totally fine.
I mean, just don't you dare give Jesse Jackson a win for that kind of shit, because
Yeah.
U.S. President Donald Trump offered North Korea's Kim Jong-un guarantees of staying in power if he abandons nuclear weapons, but warned he could end up like Libya's former leader if he doesn't. In an effort to put his planned landmark summit with Kim back on track, Trump said on Thursday that North Korea will get protections that will be very strong. If the meeting were to go ahead successfully. He'd be in his country and running his country. His country would be very rich, he told reporters. But the pledge came barbed with a warning that if talks fail, Kim could suffer the same fate as Libya's Muammar Gaddafi, who was overthrown by rebels and gruesomely killed. Very gruesomely killed, actually. The fate suffered by Libya shows what will take place if we don't make a deal, the U.S. president warned. Trump's remarks came as Pyongyang threatened to cancel the historic summit, set for June 12th in Singapore, after blaming U.S. demands for unilateral nuclear abandonment. A North Korean official also derided as absurd comments by Trump's top security advisor, John Bolton, who referred to Libya as a model for denuclearization. The model Bolton was referring to was the 2003 deal in which Gaddafi agreed the elimination of his country's nuclear program and chemical weapons arsenal to gain sanctions relief.
So yeah, everybody raise your hands if you're surprised. I mean, it was kind of cool seeing like a North Korean actually enter South Korea and not have the border guards shoot him for leaving the country illegally. And I mean, it did, like, it was so hopeful. I really wanted it to be the case, but then I'm like, let's remember that, like, who and what we're fucking dealing with here. There is no grounded earthly sanity to really any Kim's any of the Kim dynasty. It seems that they're bred and raised to be the Korean version of what's that famous emperor, Roman emperor? He tried to stab the ocean to death.
Oh God.
What? You don't know?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
No, it was I'm always so bad with this name. No, there was that famous Roman emperor who was like batshit crazy and just used to like torture and mutilate people left and right. He famously one time waded into the ocean with a sword in an attempt to fight it.
Was that Caligula?
That's it. Yeah, he's like a Korean Caligula. Yeah, these are like Korean Caligulas here. Except not as whimsical, it seems.
Dude, that movie was badass. Have you ever seen the movie Caligula?
I've not. No.
Really?
Good?
I'll make a point of watching it then. Shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
okay, no. Like, fucking, if you get a chance to, it's really hard to find this movie. I mean, I haven't looked online to see if I can find it, but it used to be you could only get a copy of this movie in porn stores because it was full-blown NC-17. Malcolm McDowell, a young Malcolm McDowell, after A Clockwork Orange, but before, obviously, like, pretty much all the rest of the shit that he ended up doing. If I'm not mistaken, he was the one who played Caligula. I'm pretty sure. And he, like, he fists a married couple, and, like, there's like horse fucking and, like, all sorts of crazy fucked up shit. You gotta get the unrated version because it's insane. An absolutely insane movie.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Algernon said Caligula or Nero. It's like, I don't know. Nero was he was different, but I mean Caligula was one of a kind. And now we're kind of seeing I gotta wonder. I mean, do you think Kim Jong Un has like a harem of just like Korean women, or maybe who knows what he's into? That he just goes to town on in the most Caligula-esque ways.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I can't see Kim Jong Un fisting a horse.
I can, and now I
can't
unsee it. It's burned into the front of my mind now.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Oh, look, okay.
And I just realized too.
I don't know if you. I've been very upset about the. Oh, go ahead, sorry, Jeff.
No, please.
No. I was just gonna say I'm very upset about Vice News busting my story out without giving me proper credit.
Which one?
It's been eating away at me. All right, let me explain this to you.
Okay.
So, propaganda states that Kim Jong Un doesn't poop. Okay,
Right.
We all know that's false.
Right.
We all know that's wrong. Scientifically, it has to happen. Okay, but everybody's had a point in their lives, right? Maybe they ate some Indian food, something. They have an emergency, right? They got an emergency in public. They can't hold it. What does Kim Jong Un do? He can't go in the public toilet.
Right.
Propaganda says he doesn't poop. Like, he can't go do that. I spent an unhealthy amount of time researching this, and I figured out that he goes into a car in his motorcade, goes into the back seat, and there's a chamber pot in the back seat that he has to squat over and just and do his business.
That is very dignified.
Isn't that insane?
That
Isn't that insane to you? And then Vice, okay, I bust this story out like 8 months ago. Vice releases a story that now that Kim Jong Un wants to negotiate with the world stage, that he carries around his own personal toilet.
No shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, obviously shit. Yes.
Yeah, shit, right?
Breaking.
Well, it was originally reported in a South Korean newspaper called the Daily North Korea, and they got the poop scoop.
So. You've been waiting all story to tell you that one.
Damn it, that's the payoff, guys.
Rhino in the chat. Kim Jong Un fists a horse, gets yelled at for playing with his food.
Oh shit! Wow.
Okay. The god, I like this Ben Milstag. Yeah, the god emperor of North Korea needs glasses but doesn't shit. Seems legit. It's not his eyes that are wrong. It's the rest of the world, you see. Our eyes are all broken.
And he burns all the energy from inside.
He's very efficient. Very efficient. Yeah, okay. So there's one other piece of news actually that I kind of want to bring up. And this is actually something that's very important to me. And that is here I'm pulling it up right now. I've got it right here. All right. So such a fucking DVRs because next Tuesday, apparently at 3 p.m. on Dr. Phil, season 16, episode 160, Jilly Juice claims to cure cancer, regrow missing limbs, and reverse aging. It's fucking happening. It is.
Dr. Phil?
It is. Yeah, my appearance on Dr. Phil.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Fucking finally.
I know, dude. I know.
Wow.
Yeah. So the hype was real. I wasn't making it. Some people were accusing me of making up. Like they were like, "Yeah, right, dude. You didn't go down. You didn't go on Dr. Phil. You just went down to L.A. to get drunk with Blair." And I was like, "That too, that too." But I also went on Dr. Phil. I promise. So
yeah, it sucks for some people to see other people doing things that they'll never do, but probably wouldn't want to. Because I mean, I'll be honest, like half the shit posters out there, like, "Hey, do you want to be on Dr. Phil?" I'm not talking about that anymore. It was just a phase. I wash my hands now. Like,
wow.
Yeah,
what is that Jilly Juice thing all about anyway?
Okay.
How does she cure cancer?
Okay, so the whole idea behind this is actually rather simple, painfully simple, you might say. The whole idea behind it is that this woman, Jillian, had discovered a way that if you made fermented, salty cabbage fermented water, basically, with
kimchi.
Basically, yeah, basically like sauerkraut, except the salt content was bordering close to seawater. Yeah, really bad. That if you drank that, it would cause what was known as waterfalls, aka violent explosive diarrhea. And that
everybody's favorite.
Waterfalls?
Yeah, they call them waterfalls.
Oh god.
And then this would translate to your body being replenished and reprogramming its fungus. It would reprogram its fungus. It would fight the bad candida and make good candida, and it would cure your cancer, cure your AIDS, regrow your organs, regrow your limbs, cure the gay away, and even regrow your foreskin. It's incredible. It's amazing. It's the best thing ever.
I mean,
okay.
How it is like, you'd even begin to doubt such claims is, beyond me, dude.
I'll have to try it myself.
Just get some kimchi, leave it on the counter for about a week and a half. Stuff it into a Poland Spring bottle. Dump a YouTuber's weight in salt into this bottle, and then carry it around with you. Just sip it down, and it's great too because if you have a day job, if your boss is like, "Well, you've been taking a lot of bathroom breaks lately," you just introduce them to the waterfalls directly and be like, you understand. I'm just trying to regrow my missing foot.
I mean, this whole thing got so crazy because she had a cult of like 60,000 people that were following this, and they would routinely post picture after picture of their own shit to the page, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely like a parasite or something," just fucking weird shit. I made 4 videos on this because the rabbit hole was so deep. She wrote a book, a manifesto. Oh my god! Oh, it's great. So
you guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
The Stinkfist Manifesto. Now in Discord, when we begin getting going, you might want to unmute yourself in there because you won't be able to hear Jeff and I, but we will be having we'll be having some friends of the show coming in and joining us rather shortly.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that Julie. I mean, now she's actually under investigation right now, criminal investigation, correct?
Yeah. So the last thing that I heard about Jillian was that because Ohio has very strict laws on like trying to sell predatory business practices, that she's being investigated by the Ohio Attorney General. And it's weird because the main pressure that got put on them to do this was from a BuzzFeed article written by this really, really talented young lady. BuzzFeed Tech is a lot different than like every other part of BuzzFeed. Most of BuzzFeed is shit, but BuzzFeed Tech has some pretty decent people in it. She came to me for like the investigation and shit, and I helped her out with it a fuck ton. So I feel like I can confidently say I played a very integral role in this woman getting investigated by the authorities, and she might actually be fined quite a bit and forced to shut down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which she won't, because I mean, well, that's the scary thing. If you go and check out, like, I mean, I caught a bit of it. If you check out like her Facebook page where she posts her videos, she has the look and tone and tenor of a true and proper sycophant. Like I think she genuinely believes in this shit.
She does.
Any kind of like question, any kind of backlash she gets, any criticism she gets, her response is to treat it as though it's like a vicious personal attack from somebody who just wants the people who use her things to die or some crazy shit like that. And it's, I mean, for somebody as unhinged as she is, I'm surprised she's not bigger on YouTube, personally.
True. Yeah. It's interesting. Okay, 2 more announcements. There are more people that came in from before. Announcement number 1, or first and foremost, is if you'd like to join the show, make sure you join the Discord. Discord link is on the page here, and you can hop into the waiting room. We're going to roll here in just a few minutes to get some people in. Announcement 2 is for those who weren't here at the beginning. We did, in fact, get a strike on the main channel, and we will be having the regular Sunday night show on my channel. So, which is probably honestly a pretty good thing, because it means more people to see it and maybe drive more traffic to our show.
Yeah, and then once it's shot there, we can still upload over on the channel, provided that yet another 18-wheeler full of Morton's iodized salt doesn't spill out onto the grand traffic of the interwebs.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Larry Kubiak gifted a sub to Rhino. Sester May said, "Oh no, I already read that one." Larry Kubiak for 10,000 bits. Thank you, buddy. Jeff on TV. Got Cheech Yerk resubscribe with his Prime subscription for 4 months. That's just a tip. If you've got Prime, Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account and you can sub someone for free. A Noble Yeti resubscribed to 3 months so far. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, I think we're all caught up.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to go ahead and bury us at Streamlabs, I mean, I'm not going to complain about it, because Jeff's the one that's got to read them anyway.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Half of them are trying to get me to poison myself. I appreciate that. Anyway, all right. So we got. It is. That's how it always ends up being. Like, take a death shot, dude. Kill your liver.
And so here's 50,000 bits for you to do a shot of jelly juice.
It takes a few days to make some jelly juice, though. Okay. All right, we're rolling. All right. I don't think we've had... Oh, no, I think... I don't... Oh, God. I had to click on the name to see who that actually is. Welcome back onto the show there, Doc. How you doing? Oh, shit. Hang on. I think my volume settings are all fucked up, actually.
I can't hear it myself.
All right. Go ahead.
I was going to say, before I do anything, as a courtesy, each of you is getting a little present.
Okay.
I'm not hearing shit. I'm going to check my settings now. Oh,
With that, I mean...
You are actually really low, Squigs.
Yeah, I know. It's expected. Each of you is getting a specific DM.
Okay.
And by that, I mean each of you is getting a bunny.
Each of us is getting a bunny. Okay.
Exactly.
I like bunnies.
How about the bunnies?
Oh wait, that's why I can't hear them. I had the wrong thing. There we go.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
Sorry about that. It's the new thing I've been doing. It's just been posting cute bunnies.
Oh, I thought you meant you were sending me a bunny, like in the mail or something.
No.
That'd be horrifying. Like
bunny's good.
No, but I picked the kiddo up from school after not checking my P.O. box for 3 days, and I go down and bring her by. It's like, hey, honey, we're gonna see if I got anything. Oh, it was cute. Oh, it's starting to turn.
Oh God.
No stew tonight, hun.
So wait, so your new thing is you're just posting bunnies at people, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm posting bunnies everywhere. You want a bunny? I got you a bunny.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you're the kind of guy you need some more buddy in your life, I'm the motherfucker you talk to. I got all the buddies.
Look, it could be that because people are starting to get pissed off about my insult them. All right.
It's like...
Nick, I know found it fucking hilarious. Vernaculus may not know the story, and I'd rather not say again. I would say in a private call, you could probably explain the story that happened within your perspective.
I can't hear him.
Let's just say it is very.
Vern, right click on his name and then pull the slider all the way to the right.
Yeah, also, or if you're on headphones, click the little gear icon at the bottom, and then make sure that your audio settings are set to the output for your headphones.
And also, I don't think your mic is coming through Discord either, Vernaculus.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, it's not.
I don't hear anything from him. I don't hear the chilling and gripping tales and words from Hunter S. Thompson.
All right.
We need more of that in my life.
I'm sorry, I'm ruining the show.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Son of a...
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? That's my fucking job.
All right, try now.
Oh, god damn it.
No.
Oh, of course I'm the guinea pig here.
I know.
Actually, come to think of it, speaking of guinea.
What? Listen, we got a bogus hate speech strike on our YouTube channel. Now you're coming up onto our Twitch, being like, "Oh, and speaking of guineas, huh?"
No, guinea pigs.
Oh, guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs. You know, fluffy guinea pigs wearing tiny top hats. You know,
that's racist as fuck.
Right? Bring positivity.
That
God
is
damn, you don't even feel so down.
He's a nice bunny, though.
So racist. Yeah, it's honestly, Vern, it's probably just your Discord settings.
It's.
Ooh, wow. That was loud. Yeah, I mean.
Loud.
Yeah, the trick to it, Vern, is just when you get in there, just click that gear icon at the bottom of the line of the chat.
It says I require push to talk, and I don't have that.
I believe in you, buddy.
You shouldn't have to do push to talk.
That's what it's telling me on here. All right, goddamn technology. Can't do anything right.
Still not coming through. All right.
It won't let you use input mode detection.
That's
No, it's not. I'm unmuted on the thing. I'm unmuted on.
I don't know what's going on.
Settings
I'm not the tech guy. I'm just a scientist. All right.
I can hear you guys fine. I just.
Speaking of which, hey
Jeff. Hear the beautiful guest we have on.
I was gonna say. No, it was.
Jesus Christ, going up.
I feel horrible.
I did get my. I actually got my microbiome teacher to actually start watching your videos.
Oh, okay. You got your microbiome teacher to start watching my videos, huh?
Yeah, I told her not to watch like the previous one about feminism and shit. But I was like, watch his anti-vaxxer one, and she actually enjoyed it. Like, she was like, I should start sharing this more.
Okay, that's cool. I'm glad she liked it. There's a lot of cursing in here. I'm gonna be typing something to Vern real quick. That's why I took us off the screen for a minute.
Yeah,
go ahead, Nick, you and Squiggles talk.
Yeah, it'll be. I mean, it will for that point. I would say at least be nice, especially if like they start incorporating those into into college coursework, and then everyone can get upset like they do.
I'm sorry. I gotta say this when we get back. All right. This is my bitch in history class that I hate.
Yeah.
There's one event that I think both of you will find fucking hilarious.
What's that?
I can't say it until we're back on air, or they can still hear us.
They can hear you.
They can hear us. Jeff just took us off screen while he's typing around.
I want Vernaculus in here too, hearing it.
There you go, Vern. Try that stuff, buddy.
Let's see. Oh god, it is. I know this one is especially funny for Jeff. All right. Okay, so it's Vernaculus, can you hear me?
No, just keep going, man. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, Vern. But
I get it.
So what happened is that I was in my history class, fucking dealing with that shit. We'd be like, oh, it's about fucking Islam and shit. Please fucking kill me and shit like that.
Right.
No, it's a joke. Don't take us down, Twitch. You already had YouTube. Don't take us down. But what happened is that while in history class, we see a video that he showed during the lecture called Arabs equals Muslim equals violence equals war.
What?
Now, No, it gets better.
Okay.
See, when I say it gets better, it gets worse.
I hope so.
It's that the first minute is basically some high end Arabian woman saying not all Muslims and everything like that, that type of thing.
Okay.
And it was like cookie cutter, like okay, sure. And then he paused at a certain point, and when he paused it, you see a kangaroo in a Nazi uniform.
Wait. Uh-oh. Wait.
What?
Yes.
Wait, no.
No.
Yes.
No.
No way.
My teacher, I could DM. Oh, give me a second. I can DM you an entire screenshot of his lesson plan that I had. Whereas it was, if I could find it again.
Where he plays an atheism is unstoppable video.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Oh
Where is
my god.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah,
we are
Vernie, unclick your mute at the bottom.
Yeah, one sec. I'm gonna send you a DM. It's gonna kind of.
We are living in the greatest timeline. We really are.
Where is it?
It's not letting me do it.
No, sorry. I know this is bad. I'm not prepared for this. No, that's in history. Here we go. We're gonna fast forward. Print, and I'm gonna post it in the during show for everybody to see.
Okay. Okay.
See, we could bring it up afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll bring it up.
No, but it's sorry, I'm not like Vernaculus. I'm not technologically
savvy.
Tech savvy.
Yeah.
Wait, so
we have to stay together.
Like at the
just
bottom,
to recap. Yeah, to recap, during a video played in this class that was focusing on
Wait.
Islam and the like, our buddy Devin Tracy.
Okay, so this has happened. Check. It's gonna say check general. This is true. This is actually true.
Okay. All right. Let me see this. All right, hang on. Pulling it up.
Here I was thinking that like they'd start giving like Sargon videos first, but no, I'm glad like they just went straight to fucking.
You see that, right?
Straight to
Wow.
German Rue there.
Wow,
Yeah,
dude.
that
hang
actually happened. You know what? Post it up on the screen.
on. Oh no, it's up. It's up.
Yeah. That was actually at my class.
History
For
105, week 13.
World history.
Wow. Arab equal Muslim equal terror equal violence. Wow. Holy shit.
Yes. So that's like that is just a lot of that's just a lot of things that I'm just okay. And getting back to the story of that one is it was that when I saw it, the only thing I saw is that my face dropped. Like, I dropped. I'm like, oh my god, he actually did it. And my shitlord friend that was next to me, I looked at him and he looked. It's like, wait, why are you laughing so hard? And then he looked at the screen and he just get like a big shock, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Everybody else didn't know what the hell was going on, and my teacher was like shit, like trying to pause it, and it was just me and him are just like, did he actually do it? Did he actually play an AIU video?
That's insane. Holy shit. Nobody tell Devin. Devin will never let anybody hear the end of it.
Tell Devin. I want him to at least think it's hilarious.
He will probably. You should actually tell Devin. That's honestly, I wish I could get one of my videos into a classroom. That'd be hilarious as fuck.
Best I know that I've gotten is actually like a state rep stole some words from me and actually used them on the state house floor during a speech. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, being a part of academic coursework is, God, especially in this day and age, just need like Jordan Peterson to be like, this is the kind of thing we need to talk about.
I know. This is just. I just think it's the funniest thing that ever happened. It happened to me for a little bit. It's just
okay.
How do you get an AIU
stream,
video?
Right?
I know. I'm trying to get. Where are you, Vernie?
No. It's
I'm here. Can you hear me?
It was
We can hear you through Skype. We're trying to get you sorted out in Discord right now.
Yeah, you're not back in Discord.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, Bernie. But
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't use
I still love it.
Normally.
He played the video.
I feel like
in
in
defense of Islam.
In defense of Islam. Okay. That's
well,
weird.
Islam needs a lot of defending from atheists is unstoppable and whatever channel he's on now. He's been through what, about 30 of them in the last 2 years?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's that everybody in the YouTube Saints, please take that picture and post it at his Twitter. I think he will find it hilarious.
I'm here. I'm in the thing.
I don't see you in the thing, man.
Damn it. I love I'm the guinea pig here for that one.
I know.
Oh, if he's in the waiting room, you can drop him in from there.
Not in the waiting room.
Oh, well, then Vern.
There he is.
Oh,
all right.
Also, another thing about bitching about my history teacher.
All right.
Do you remember? I
mean, all right. Wait, hang on, Squig. Hang on. Vern, try and say something.
Did you figure it out?
Well, you're in there, but now you're still not broadcasting through here.
Hello.
Squig still can't hear you. Wait, we can hear you.
Damn it. 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2.
Yeah, it's not transmitting through Discord, man.
This is odd.
Yeah, this is the sort of fun thing to the show prep. We put a lot of prep into our show. We do as you can tell.
Don't blame them. Blame me.
Yes, blame.
I'm the asshole.
In general, yes. In general.
For everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just for everything. The whole Korea thing fell apart because they caught wind of his poop jokes from a while back.
I'm gonna DM you on Twitter here, Vern, while these two talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll handle it this way.
So you're still having fun with your history teacher. How much longer do you have to go in school?
Oh no, I'm done. I've been done for like a week, and now I've been unemployed, which I am trying to find a job.
Sounds like college graduate to me. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's no, but it's actually I'm kind of like doxing myself a little bit here, but it's you remember that Tim Pool video about the sociology professor that basically told a conservative student to F your life?
Vaguely.
Yeah, you know that sociology professor?
It was your sociology professor?
No, it was my history teacher working in the same department as him.
Oh.
It's like I'm at ground zero in terms of that.
Wow, it's one of those things. It's funny because you hear so much about how batshit crazy these ultra progressive
students are.
Not students, the faculty, the professors themselves, and the instructors, and how they're like they're the ones who are shoveling a lot of this shit. And then it's like every so often you hear these stories that are so absurd. You're like, all right, this has to be satire. And then you end up talking with somebody who's like, no, I go to that school. That shit actually happens. Like the fact that Evergreen University, Evergreen College happened and continues to happen, or the fact that what's that school what's it? She's on HBO, Porky Pig impersonator, Lena Dunham. Yeah, she went to
I don't know. I wouldn't say that considering the fact
Oberlin.
that I actually have respect for Porky Pig.
Oh yeah, I mean, like he's got a much longer career than Lena has, and he doesn't have quite as many people who hate him and his terrible work. So yeah, but that was Oberlin College. That was actually the one where students got together to protest the dining hall for not having enough culturally sensitive foods, because what was it? They started getting upset because they said the General Tso's chicken wasn't like authentic Chinese, even though General Tso's chicken was invented in America.
Yeah,
and
it's bait. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and then they decided to make an even bigger parody because it was like, what was it? It was like the Black and African Students Union demanded fried chicken.
Oh, of course.
Ooh.
All right. In terms of the whole fried chicken thing, I say it's not racist because who here doesn't like fried chicken?
Yeah, exactly. Also, well, I mean, here's the question though: would you really want to eat wings from a school's cafeteria, even with colleges? No, I mean, because it's gonna be like the ones you get at 7-Eleven, where there's just these pathetic little fingers.
I'd eat them. I'd eat them.
Well, of course you would eat them. You try anything
I'd probably eat them too.
Yeah. I mean, I fucking love hot wings. Like, tried wing for life, and that extends to even the shittiest.
Actually, it's if we're gonna go on trad wings, it's me and my dad make this really good recipe for chicken wings. It's
okay.
It's actually like really white. As you do is you get chicken wings, like you wash them off and things like that. And you put them in a bowl and you add olive oil, and Cajun seasoning first. Like,
olive oil and Cajun seasoning in your hot wings or your fried chicken? Which are we talking about?
Hot wings.
Okay.
Hot wings, and then you do is you mix it up a little bit. And you have that, then you bake them in the oven for like 15 to 20 minutes or so. Flip them over, traditionally cooking them.
Okay.
But then you do is you add the sauce, and the sauce is probably what makes like the best part of it. It is a sriracha garlic barbecue sauce from Trader Joe's.
Sriracha garlic barbecue sauce for your wings. I guess that sounds pretty good. Honestly, man, I overcook my wings. I honestly do, because I've had too many experiences where I did not cook the wings long enough, so I slow cook that shit for like an hour and a half at like 250, right? Oh yeah, forever. And then I broil that to get that nice crisp, and then just slather it in the fucking hot sauce. It's awesome. It's great.
Well, it's not, you can't just do plain old hot sauce, because they try to go for like the whole capsaicin heat thing. So you got to be able to get a good flavor on it, because it tends to be too vinegary.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that was the wing. Not so much challenge when I was doing the beer review stuff. Samuel Adams actually got together with the Culinary Institute of America, and they started studying the relation between hop oil and hot wings, because the best, you don't even need to like IPA, but if you ever have like a hoppy IPA with like really hot capsaicin heat wings, you will notice the complementary nature between them.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Well, with that, like the way, because they sent me all 3 Rebel IPAs and a bottle of Frank's Red Hot, right? My boss had, what was it? They were Carolina Reapers. Yeah, Carolina Reaper peppers. And they gave me a couple of them, yeah. And I was just like, put gloves on and everything, and I just shaved some slivers off and made my own buffalo sauce. Hot as fuck. The double IPA was the only thing I could really solve it, but it was God damn it, now I'm hungry. Fuck.
Yeah, Ben Mills is saying, I make my own boneless. Frank's cut with butter. Well, you partially bake the chicken breast in the oven, then you egg wash, flour the cuts of breast, and you coat generously in sauce. I mean, like, if you're gonna make boneless, that's a pretty good way to do it, even though boneless are not wings. That sounds like really good.
It's glorified chicken
tenders.
Nuggets.
It sounds like you make some pretty good spicy tendies. Like, I'm down with that, man. That's fine.
Spicy tendies.
Because we are anonymous. We never forgetty. Now get back to the kitchen and make me my tendies.
That's right. Rhino says, Jeff, no, 475 degrees, oil about 4 minutes. That is fucking insane.
I can't do deep fried, because that is like that's like a lot of like oil and fat that like really gets built up. If you're able to bake them instead, it tends to be a lot healthier of a wing. So that way it's actually
because what's flavor in the midst of a lifespan of perpetual horror, right?
Well, the thing is like the thing is like, okay, wanting to cook a nice juicy wing by like deep frying it or cooking it so it still has like some good juiciness to it. This is shit meat. Wings are shit meat. It is shit quality meat. It always is, always has been, always will be. The only real stage of quality for your wing meat is how much is on it. That's it.
You're not sounding like a true chef.
They're like either fucking they're wings, dude. This isn't like fucking filet mignon. This isn't like a chicken masala or some shit.
The greatest chefs know that even the most useless of meats can be turned into the most delicious of delicacies.
But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm with you on I'm totally with you on the whole idea of, say, like, you're cooking your wing, you bake them because they're a little bit healthier, because at a certain point in time, which is when football season starts, I will seriously eat wings like 2 or 3 times a week. I will. And that's what happens, because I'm constantly watching football and eating wings. If I'm watching football, I'm eating wings. And yeah, If that's happening like 3 times a week, I should probably try and get a healthier frame of wing experience, honestly.
Yeah, because I mean honestly too, because each time you watch like your favorite team get their asses handed to them by the Patriots, you're gonna your blood pressure's gonna go up. And you don't want to have a coronary embolism or something, do you? That's right. Bill Belichick. Trump is making America great again, appointing Bill Belichick to the Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition, and we here in New England couldn't be prouder.
God damn it.
Oh, Vern. Oh, no, Vern, hang on. Say something, Vern.
Hello.
Yeah. It should be working now. You didn't hear anything? What the fuck?
Oh, wait, one second.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. See?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so
all right.
Working out.
So now that Vern's all in here and everything, Squiggums, anything you want to shill or promote before we kick you the fuck out?
Yes, I would like to show one thing. I would say show it to my friend Caligator. You know, check us at the After Saints tonight afterwards if you're still gonna be on, and every Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. He has a D&D campaign with yours truly and a bunch of others within the server. I'd recommend you do it, Vern. Shill us, Vern.
Jeez.
That's not his job. That's your job, dude.
Oh, at twitch.tv/Caligator. Remember, you can always join us. Seriously, Vern, shill us.
No. And so, but yeah, it's true. Kelly does an after Saints stream every single time that we get done. He goes live, so check him out once you're done if you want some more Saints community action. Anyway, Squigs, we love you, buddy. Thank you for coming on.
Later.
Cheers, Ming.
All right, hold on. I gotta let the cat out of here.
Okay.
1 second.
The second you step away from your computer, Discord will crash on you. I have faith in this show working out because it's been gangbusters the whole way.
Kinda, a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Let me catch up on our Streamlabs real quick. Let's see. I think I got a Noble Yeti for 3 months resubscription, I think, but I can't remember for sure. Sergeant Buck says, if AIU is part of your teaching material, you've long since surpassed the point of failure as a teacher. Legit question for Vern. Ayn Rand, yay or nay?
I don't know. I'm pretty ambivalent on Ayn Rand. She's someone I've heard a lot about, but I've never really gotten into. So if I were to give you an opinion, it would just be it would be based on the opinions of other people. And that's not.
I know
that's not the best way to do it.
I know Rucka is like a huge Ayn Rand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's if you're an objectivist, like pretty much you have to have read a shit ton of Ayn Rand. I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, I mean, it's the sort of philosophical base for it in many respects. So,
right.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about, I'll say, with Rucka's enthusiasm is when you come across Ayn Rand fanboys, like the real hardcores, it can get pretty heated. Like it's, because she lays it all out. Rucka, you can like challenge some ideas, and he's like, well, wait a second, what do you mean by that? He's interested to hear these challenges. So I mean, it's always nice when you find a Randian who maybe isn't just wholly dedicated to insisting that everyone see the light, as it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, is objectivism based on both Atlas Shrugged and the Fountainhead, or should I? Is it one of those in particular?
I don't like philosophy.
Yeah, okay. Not many people do. I'm not a huge. I'm not big into it either.
That's not true. A lot of people really like philosophy, and it's really annoying.
Really?
Okay. I should probably clarify, because I've actually gotten quite a heat over the past week because of my views on philosophy. I actually don't hate philosophy. I don't. I don't hate philosophy at all. In fact, I think that there's plenty of instances where I can say that philosophy is very useful and has had very profound moments on my life. I don't hate philosophy. I hate people who really like philosophy. That's what I don't like.
Okay, no, that's understandable.
Right.
Yeah.
If when I'm talking to you, you have to stop me and be like, "Well, according to so and so," I'm like, "But stop it."
How did it happen?
Have you read Kierkegaard?
Well, it was great because this came up on Sunday, and then I found some tweet agreeing with you saying, "I agree, gas all the philosophers." My only response was, "But why?" And see, it's you know, there's well, I mean, just telling stories about Diogenes. I mean, you know, that guy. The more I learn about him, the more I'm like, I don't even give a fuck what he believed or taught or preached. I just want to hear more about him pissing on rich people and jerking off in public. Sounds like a guy.
Behold, Socrates.
Behold, Socrates, man. Like chicken. It's a chicken.
There was a story about Diogenes or something like that. Where, Alexander the Great wanted him at some point. I've got Alexander the Great like traveling all this way to meet me, or something like that.
Oh, well, I mean, when Alexander came across him, he was lying in a field sunning himself, and he introduced, "I am Alexander of Macedonia," who was arguably the most powerful man in the world at the time. And he says, "Is there anything I can do for you, Diogenes?" And he says, "Yeah, you can get out of my light."
Yes.
Yeah, and then he said, Alexander reportedly was so stunned by it, he said, if I were not Alexander of Macedonia, I would wish to be Diogenes, to which he was said to have replied, if I were not Diogenes, I too would wish to be Diogenes. And I'm like, yes.
He's a badass.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think one of my favorites is he's like living in this like village at some point, and word comes through that, as has happened in the past and seems to happen almost regularly, a foreign army is marching, and they will be coming and sacking the town and all this, and people are hysterical, losing their minds. So Diogenes just starts pushing the wine jar, the giant wine vat that he lived in, up and down a hill. And when asked by the governor why he was doing it, he responded something like, I just wanted to make sure I was being as helpful as everyone else.
That's fair. Okay, so let's roll. Get a count. Okay. All right. Doing the roll now. And
I guess our Discord is getting raided right now. That's adorable.
Yeah, I informed the impending weebs that the bants better be spicy, because the last time that we got raided, no offense to the weebs, it was kind of weak. It was a little weak. Yeah, be a little spicy, Otherwise, it's like tickle my pickle with nothing to show for it.
The other side to it too is keep in mind that we maintain an audience that is built of a rather strange cross section of very odd people. Their responses may horrify you more than you are prepared for.
No,
it's entirely possible.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, we've got ElPresidente.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you been?
Well, I'm doing pretty well, gentlemen. Hey, Vern, it's nice to meet you finally at last.
It's nice to meet you too, my friend.
All right.
It's nice to meet the ElPresidente.
Hey, there's only one of them out there, and it's still me until the bullet, splits
for
this
life.
part of my head.
Yeah. ElPresidente for life.
Yes, until the junta comes in and removes me in a bloody revolution that I had nothing to do with.
Yeah, nothing
the
to
CIA
do with.
was no way involved, and Hillary Clinton's name does not come up ever.
That was such a great time to be part of the State Department, but in an unofficial capacity that can neither be confirmed nor denied, wasn't it?
I was reading a book about the State Department, and I guess they were just kind of running a little wild. They were doing pretty much whatever they wanted to, and they had all the authority in the world to just fuck shit to pieces.
Yeah. They did a fine job of it, too.
Back in the 80s, they just kind of got carte blanche to do whatever they needed to do.
Well, it was a crazy thing. I actually, like, when those Pentagon papers, well, no, it wasn't the Pentagon papers, State Department papers were leaked through WikiLeaks, and that's when we had, I think it was Chris Cuomo being like, ordinary people shouldn't be reading these. This is for journalists, so we can tell you what's important in them. Like, oh yeah, dude, you're on CNN. I totally trust you. But I remember digging into them, and it was fucking it was like some Game of Thrones level drama going on with the Libya thing, because going back to when Gaddafi seized power, and he had this senior military commander, can't remember his name now, but he came up with him, and he ended up being put in charge of a massive portion of the army. He actually was the one who went into Chad and, tried to wage war in Chad, and then failed and was captured, and then miraculously somehow finds a bunch of funding to create an anti-Gaddafi guerrilla army in Chad, tries to fight Gaddafi, fails, and then he escapes Libya by coming over to the U.S., where he lived like 20 minutes away from Langley, Virginia. And he lived there for 20 years, right up until the revolution was almost finished. And then he just miraculously popped back up on the scene in charge of the Libyan rebel military, like unified military forces.
Inconspicuous.
That's kind of curious.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with the CIA. He just had the same address. They lived in the same apartment building. The CIA were on the second floor. What do you want?
It was just good rents at the time. That's all. What did he do for a living? Oh, well, he had a sugar daddy.
Yeah, with Gaddafi and that general, whose name I also don't remember, it was some old wire shit. Like, Gaddafi was Avon Barksdale and the general was Stringer Bell. And, you could tell in the way Gaddafi carried himself. Like, he had an all-female defense force, right? And he dressed like that lion from those Disney movies, like the King Lion guy. He was just a stone-cold pimp. He just wanted to be street. And he wore those big-ass sunglasses, like the gilded ones and shit. Like, that's all he wanted out of life. He did not want to be legit.
He just wanted respect on his name.
Yeah, these were his corners. He wanted his corners. And he threatened people what would happen if he wasn't running his corners. He said that the entirety of Africa would flush its toilets upon Europe in the same way that Cuba flushed its toilets on America. And then he died. And then
he died.
That ball kept bouncing, as the story goes.
Well, the crazy shit too is I think it was his eldest son, Youssef, I believe his name was. He'd reached out. He was with his father's blessing, because Gaddafi knew he was old as fuck and that it just wasn't gonna last. He couldn't keep it up. His eldest son he was a democratic reformer. He wanted peaceful democratic reforms to keep Libya intact and to basically create a democracy there. His father's like, okay, yeah, you can do that. He reached out to the Clinton State Department, and there were communications in those cables that you could read where they openly say in emails yeah, I kind of I can see why this might look like a good idea, but I think it'd be better if we just stoke the flames a little more. That way we could destabilize the region and fuck with Iran.
Yeah. As an aside, I think that a person can make a really good class project, or even an end of school project about indexing the Clinton emails and the State Department emails so that they're easier to search through. I feel like that all this stuff's just floating out there, and there's stuff that they're still finding. And if we just had a good way to index search terms, we could really, we could really create some hay. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Now, Vern, you did some digging on those too, didn't you?
What?
On the State Department cables that came out, you did some digging on those, didn't you?
What, the ones about Clinton?
Yeah, the Clinton State Department and all that.
A little bit. I'm not at, I don't have much to say about it that hasn't already been said. But
Well, I'm glad everybody was able to refocus their energies on shit that really mattered, like Pizzagate. That was helpful.
Yeah, I know.
I know that captivated me for an afternoon.
For an afternoon.
Oh yeah. I was super convinced for 3.5 minutes. And then I gave it another thought. And I was like, these people are way too powerful to do all this cryptic bullshit. Why would they have to do any of this shit?
Wasn't there something about ritualistic cannibalism?
Oh, spirit
something
cooking.
too.
Yeah,
Spirit cooking.
Yeah. Some weird ass New York artists, and I guess Podesta and the rest of them had dinner with her a couple times. So clearly they were raping kids and then eating people.
It was but I think that whole story came out of one email that didn't have a reply to it about being invited to dinner somewhere. If I remember correctly.
Really bad grammar and had mentioned cheese pizza or some shit. I don't remember what the fuck. But people took that shit and ran with it. They ran with it in a way the 9/11 truthers never could. It was incredible.
Well, in fairness, I mean, I've seen enough 9/11 truthers to know they're not like running isn't necessarily their strong suit.
They're not taking their super male vitality. You know, they were told they gotta take that shit every day. The redder you get, the better you get. That's on the bottle.
That's on the bottle.
Jesus fuck.
Become just as red as the pill.
You've seen Alex Jones go Super Saiyan. He just gets really bright red, and then his skin becomes hot to the touch like a crack pipe.
We're coming for you.
Yes, and then he leaps through the screen and grabs you. And then there's nothing you can do. He's got you now. So
did you guys see that clip of Alex Jones recently where he was trying to make an analogy to what he was talking about, and he went on this extra long tangent about, if I come home and I find my wife and she's got 10 men running a train on her, and then she's trying to be like, well, I'm doing this because I knew you were cheating. That's not gonna really matter, because here you are. And there's video evidence of you getting a train run on you by like 10 men, and he's losing his train of thought as he's going off it, and like, what the fuck happened with your marriage, Alex?
Like his divorce hearing, I
Alex,
guess, was
talk
pretty
to me
epic.
about it.
So
It's
like
fucking
he had a
crazy.
custody hearing where they talked about his sanity. His sanity became a central focus of the custody hearing. Now you gotta think that was some fucking crazy shit that they were reading off of a piece of paper. It's like, Judge, I don't want to waste your time, but I got like 10 choice quotes here that are gonna fucking blow that toupee off your head.
I want a nice, like, half in the bag heart to heart with Alex Jones. Like, that's all I want. That, and I want to take Ann Coulter out for coffee. Those are my two, like, biggest bucket list moments here. I might be able to.
That I would pay for. I would pay $120 to sit and watch. Just quietly.
Well, I mean, if you want, dude, we could I could just stop by like Pet Stop or something and pick up a gecko or like a little dragon or something, and then I could just meet you at a Dunkin' Donuts somewhere and be like, here, Vern, it's not quite the same, but if you look at the throat area,
that's about right. Yeah. No, but the thing is, like, the only reason this is a bucket list issue for me, right, is because I discovered that Ann Coulter follows me on Twitter.
Oh no!
Wow.
So, like, all right.
It's like that movie. It's like that movie It Follows, but even more scary.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I want to just, I want to just like take her out for coffee, and then the first thing I'm gonna say is, all right, come on. Like, how much of this is? Come on.
Yeah, and then you can just explain it to your fiance, being like, "Listen, you have no right to be upset because one, it was a bucket list item, and two, she's barely human, let alone female. It's not really cheating as such."
Yeah, I just had I had a Captain Kirk moment.
But did El Presidente say she can't get through the hazmat suit?
Yeah, like you gotta get through that grizzly suit that you wear. Like, sure, she's got sharp teeth and claws, but that thing's pretty tough. It's like the ultimate in condom technology.
All right. I was just talking about coffee here, guys.
He was just talking about coffee, but we all know, it's like that old Eddie Izzard joke, you want a cup of coffee, huh?
Oh, you just want a cup of coffee?
Go a cup of coffee, yeah. Do
all
the sex
I'm saying
thing.
is be prepared. It's the Scout motto.
Scout's honor.
Yeah, just make sure to bring your bivouac supplies because you never know what you might get lost inside.
Always have an exit strategy. Be kind, but be prepared to kill everyone you meet. That was said by a man who is currently in our government. Guess which one?
Mattis, baby.
That is him. Yep.
The most entertaining part of the Trump administration to stick around, meaning kind of the only part of the Trump administration to stick around, but I thoroughly enjoy hearing his takes because you could he's not really there to be a dignified, stately, defense secretary. He's here to make sure that everyone around the world knows that he will personally arrive in their bedrooms if they look funny at the American flag just once, and he will skip rope with their entrails.
Yeah. One of my favorite power quote of his is there was I don't know who was doing the interview, but they said they gave it was the end question or something, question right at the end, and it said is there anything is there any world issues that keeps you up at night? Does anybody keep you up at night? He just says, no, I keep other people awake at night.
Oh,
yeah.
It's all right, okay. I know where you stand.
There is no fucking with this man whatsoever.
That's when you just hold the shot on his face for 30 seconds, and then
and then he slowly turns to the camera.
Well, I mean, shit, that was
America.
I mean, like you look at him and you can tell he's probably got the kill count that you would expect. I've met one other guy like that, genuinely like that, and that was the first sergeant at Benning in the 119 there. The only drill instructor who never raised his voice. He's former Delta. He was in Mogadishu during that whole shit in the 90s.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, the dude was like reportedly he'd been shot 9 times over the course of his career, and he had a kill count well over 40 something, according to like rumors and shit. But this guy never raised his voice. If you were pissing him off or you did something wrong, he'd just kind of look really casually at you with this stern, like icy killer's look, and he'd just say, "You're starting to piss me off a little bit." And
I've
you
killed
would
more Somalis than Ebola. Get back in line.
You would immediately shit your pants. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Sounds like a great guy. Wish I'd met him.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Larry Kubiak said in the chat, "I'm the one who knocks." He does kind of have that "I'm the one who knocks" thing, except he doesn't put as much emphasis on it because he doesn't need to. He's like I was made Secretary of Defense for the sole purpose of that. I'm very good at killing other people who might be a threat to me or my fellow countrymen. That's pretty solid fucking resume you got there, General. I'm kind of terrified, but strangely aroused.
You want that guy on your side.
Yeah. It's like Nick Fury with both eyes because he couldn't be bothered to lose one. That's a good shit. So, Presidente, in addition to your standard Twitter account, ElPresidenteDM on Twitter, there, you got anything you want to promote for once, or are we staying standard tonight?
I would promote Anahata Hearts' fund. She wants to get out to the West Coast for her 30th birthday so she can enjoy the Pacific sun and the Pacific Ocean. And it is within your power to make this happen. I recommend that you go do this, throw a couple bucks that way, and that's my good deed for the day, I suppose.
Now back to bathing in sin and debauchery, right?
Well, yeah, so what else is new? And check me out on the Twitter, ElPresidenteDM. That's where you'll find me.
Very chill, dude.
Well,
Sweet, dude.
As always. Cool,
thanks,
buddy.
Gentlemen.
All right,
Vern,
take care, man.
Take care.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Oh yeah, shit. I'm supposed to be producing and shit, so I have to move you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I sure do. Yeah. Wow. Crazy fucking timing. New Discord friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're great. They're being great.
Are
they're
they
fine.
having? No, I mean, no. Well, this is honestly the thing when it comes to like when I hear that Saints Discord is getting raided. I'm not worried for the Discord. I'm not worried for our people. I'm worried for the strangers who it's like you came to the wrong neighborhood. Now let me give you bunny pictures. Hey, come over to Not Safe for Work. What do you mean you think this was a mistake? What? Why?
No. These are kids who are down. They know how to dance and troll. Unlike the last raid, these kids are all right.
Oh, that's good because they'll end. Well, this is the thing: is they'll end up becoming incorporated into the Saints cult itself.
Yes, come into the fold.
One of us.
I'm afraid to go in there.
Yeah, it's fun.
I have it.
It's fun,
minimized in the background.
And it's like shocking in that sort of Doki Doki Literature Club way, I suppose. But,
all right. Did I say Caligator said I need a nap later, dudes? I think I did. Yeah.
Good night, hon.
Yeah, night. Tickle Trunk gifted a sub to Weaseful, 3 months so far now. Thank you very much for that, Tickle Trunk. Larry Kubiak donated 100 bones. How much to make you stay on Twitch? Might have to change the name, though. Kidding. Love you fuckers, wherever you are. No death shot for Jeff, but please make Nick buy decent beer. Anything other than that jelly juice he's drinking. What are you drinking tonight, anyway?
Ooh. No, I was drinking my standard ship, Goose Island IPA.
Oh, the Goose Island's not bad. That's an okay
beer. No, it is. And in Goose Island, it's well, I mean, I'll just end up losing this, but this is one of those citrusy ones that I enjoyed. So
yeah. I'm the one drinking shit beer tonight. I'm drinking the champagne beers.
Yeah, I mean, he's drinking champagne beer.
It's High Life. You're trying.
It's high, dude. I like High Life. I'm sorry. I like high life.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
It's okay. I've accepted this inside of myself.
Well, I mean, these are all what we call lawnmower beers, right? These are like you don't need a fucking like bourbon barrel aged chocolate imperial stout when it's 80 degrees out and you're mowing your lawn and shit. You want something like crisp and light and easy to drink. That's preferably cheap because it's why the fuck not? And so there's a place for all beers, except Keystone. There's no excuse for Keystone.
There's no excuse.
That's right. That's totally right. Okay. So I think we only have time for one more person. Just because I don't know, we went long with a bunch of other shit. But Larry, thank you very much, man. But next up, we actually have one of our mods coming in, and that is Jables. Jables. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Put down the bong, man.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. How you guys?
That.
Doing good, man. Doing really good. It's in actually a really good mood today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, I'm sure you were in a good mood because your Skype wasn't working, so you couldn't be alerted to the news all day. So it's like, hey, everything seems to be going just fine.
Yeah, I didn't know we had a strike until like right before the show started. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. By the way, it's the same group of people that rated us last time.
Was it? Well, they got more energy.
For the show to be over.
They got more energy now. They got
Well, they have better bands.
That's what matters.
This time, it's not just a bunch of clowns this time.
Were they clown posting last time? Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just clowns.
Oh. Wait, does that involve actually just posting pictures of clowns?
Yeah. No, we had people in the voice chat running over the history of clowns, different kinds of clowns. I only, like, the last raid, I only banned 2 people, and that's because they kept posting NSFW content in regular channels.
Yeah.
But, they're nice. They're okay.
Well, I'm glad clown posting is a thing. I mean,
we kind of bullied them into giving up last time. In the voice chat, you guys didn't hear any of that. It turned into us going, "Oh, you guys are so cute. You're trying to raid our channel."
Oh,
where are you gonna get your clown pictures now, though?
Well, have you guys ever actually run into the world of clown porn?
Oh yeah, they were posting some of that in NSFW.
You know what? I'm gonna stop you right there. No. We're not doing that.
It's interesting.
It's great. It's amazing.
It's a thing.
Okay.
I mean, it's just you hire what you think is a birthday clown for a 10-year-old's birthday party or something. You're like, what are you doing? I'm gonna need to burn that tablecloth now. So.
Okay. There's a legendary porno. I think I've probably mentioned it before. It's not necessarily clown porn, but it's pretty close, and it's worth checking out. A legendary fucking porno called Night Dreams from like the 80s or something. And it's got all sorts of really. Did I could
is
do.
that one of the rabbits? Oh, did you?
Wait, did I make people watch that in Rabbit?
I don't know. You've made us watch a bunch of different shit.
Yeah. I mean,
some that we can't talk about on Twitch.
At least I stopped making you guys watch E-Fucked like every night when I'd get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd always come back to that same video.
What is going on?
What's happening? We'll discuss. You never been to E-Fucked, Vern?
I'm a good boy.
You need to start.
Hey, I don't know what that is.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
My favorite one was the feminist one.
Yeah, well, Jeff loved that one because he'd get drunk and be like, my buddy knows this chick. Like, yes.
Oh God, yeah, no, that's true. That's true. There is a video on eFucked of a feminist. She decided that she was going to go to the company Facial Abuse, which is pretty much the absolute worst place that you could go if you're trying out for porn and you have any dignity.
The name says it all.
Yeah, it is terrible. And we were watching eFucked one night, me and a couple of guys, and this dude is like, no fucking way, dude. no way. We're like, what? What's going on? He's like, I know that girl in real life. Like, holy shit. And she's a very hardcore feminist, and it was a very rough video to watch, to be honest with you. It was pretty nuts.
Yeah, that was memorable.
But my favorite is still the most racist scene in any porno. That one is that one is amazing.
That one's kind of hard to watch sometimes.
No, man, no, it's good.
That's
I don't need it to be explained to me.
You don't? Are you sure?
Yeah,
I think you should watch it, Vern.
That's what happens when you
watch it.
Oh,
I mean, like, the thing is you need a really big brain to understand what's going on in that video.
This is like
That's
galaxy brain shit
Yeah.
that I'm just not. It's above my pay grade.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, yeah. It's very
It's
much.
free.
Yeah.
You're fine.
This terrifying thing is too is you can't tell if it's just being shot on a shitty camera or if it's just really old. So either way, you're like, this is so bad.
My absolute
I can't
favorite.
Look away.
My absolute favorite of that E-fuck clip is like at the end when she's just so drugged out and shit, and she just got done with everything that happened. We are on Twitch, so I gotta. But she's like sitting there, and she's still got just crap all over her face. And she's like, catfish. Where's my catfish? And the two black dudes are like, there ain't no catfish. Catfish is gone. She's like, what a fucking shit show. I spend my whole day getting blah, blah, blah by these blah, blah, blahers. And I don't get my motherfucking catfish. What a fucking lame shit, dude. Catfish. Ah. You're like, what the fuck is going on? It's amazing.
What
It's
kind
an
of a
incredible
plot
video.
line?
Oh, see, you just have to watch it.
Uh,
Follow your curiosity. Follow your curiosity, Vern.
It's
Oh,
not.
You'll learn to use Discord by when you're drunk and it's late and you're like, I can't sleep, I need nightmare fuel. You just jump into Discord and wait and like jump. If you see more than 2 people in a rabbit room, you just jump and follow the link. You'll be fine.
yeah. Sometimes it's wholesome shit, like they're just watching a movie or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, well I mean that's how
Vicious, dark underbelly that I've never been introduced to.
Well, have you? I mean, well, no. Have you ever?
We've toned down over the last couple months.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever?
I'm a little
Have you ever
disappointed,
seen?
but-
Have you ever seen a Neil Breen film, Vern?
No.
Oh,
I don't think
that-
so.
those are
Wow.
vitally fucking important.
Are there?
For anyone with any kind of sense of cinema, you need to see the Neil Breen masterpieces, especially Fateful Findings. And yeah, that's the kind of shit we'll watch in this rabbit room sometimes. And it's so bad it's good, and then you think he can't top it, and he makes another film for $4.89. And you're like, oh, this is even better. Why did that happen? Fuck, I don't even need to know.
I can't believe Vernaculus has never seen Neil Breen. That's insanity.
Yeah, that's. Well, you've seen The Room, right, dude?
I'm not as cultured as I make myself out to be.
Okay, we're gonna red pill you on the worst shit ever on the internet for a while.
I'm disappointed in you, and you don't even know.
I am actually going to make you watch some E-fucked once we're off air though. That is gonna happen. I'm not lying. That's gonna happen. At least that one scene. I'm gonna make you watch that one fucking scene.
No, I can't.
I
Yeah.
love the presumptive disgust in his voice. He
I
doesn't even
just-
know
of
what he's
course
gonna
you
be
can.
saying, but he
I
knows
don't need to
he
know.
doesn't want to.
Of
Guys
course
are
you can.
I think
Yelling about
I
catfish, people covered in some material. I'm not like, yeah, I'm not. No, I know what's going on here.
No, it's important, dude.
I would-
I think it's pretty disgust is validated. I think it's pretty valid.
I would honestly play the audio for you over the stream, but that alone would actually probably get us in a lot of fucking trouble on Twitch. So
Yeah.
Hey, no,
Yeah,
it's intense,
that'd
man.
get us in more trouble than playing just the video would.
Oh yeah.
You get trouble on YouTube.
Well, anyway, what I was saying though, because we were talking about clown porn, was in this legendary 1980s porno.
Hold on, just bringing it back to clown porn for a second.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
get
no,
back to
you
what
know,
matters
it's
here.
fucking whatever, man. So it's all about this woman having these nightmares, and she's in a sleep clinic, and they're analyzing. They can actually view her nightmares. They're always sexual in nature, and lots of weird shit happens. But the very first one, is she's in this dark room, and there's this huge box. and this Jack in the Box opens, and this dude, this like full size Jack in the Box pops out, and it was, strangely enough, for a fucking porno, especially like an 80s porno, the cinematography is absolutely fucking incredible. Like, it has a really well shot effect, and it looks kind of scary. The dude's got this mask with this long nose and everything, and I was really impressed. I was like, holy shit, this is actually like a really impactfully well done scene. And then they fuck. And he fucks her with the nose on the mask too, which is pretty great.
Have you looked at that director and seen what he's doing recently?
No, I should do that actually. That's
I'm gonna go ahead and say that he's been tapped for one of the standalone Star Wars films.
Denis Villeneuve? Who's that?
Oh, geez. Well, it's probably a stage name since he was doing a porno.
That's a joke. That's the dude who did Arrival and fucking Blade Runner 2049. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like this is the real reason that the Stormy Daniels story kicked up as big as it did, and that she's been like making the rounds, is because she's like looking at what her career could have been, and kind of regretting just going the sort of standard way.
You fucked it up, Stormy.
Yeah, you fucked it up, Stormy. You needed to fuck more clowns and jacks in the boxes, and get the Jack in the box. Get it? See, pun. Hey, I'll be here for another 20 minutes.
No, actually, we'll be here for another 4 minutes or so.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I can math. I'm good. I'm fine. I can math.
Can you?
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, but Jables, anything you want to show, man? Anything you want to put out there, promote to the world, that kind of shit before we go?
Oh yeah. Every Sunday night at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, be sure to check the Lesser Saints Discord. Your one and only pre-show to the YouTube Saints. Fuck you, Fat Pat and Sophie. Don't try to take that spot again. I swear to God.
No, that's kind of cool though, because like we do have like a little bit of a network, a little bit, you know. So you guys do like the Lesser Saints Discord, the show before ours on Sunday night, and we go, and then Caligator's afterwards. Cali's also after this show. Everybody just has a really good time with it, and I dig it. I think it's great.
Yes. Oh yeah, our Mother's Day episode was a lot of fun. It was probably one of our best episodes.
I listened to probably most of it, and it was good. It was really good. I was getting trashed before we even went live last Sunday. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't remember the end of last Sunday's show.
This is the fucking weird thing to it too, because if you guys if any of you've been with us for a while, or you go back and watch the early episodes, I have, like, for instance, I am told TJ Kirk was on this show once, but I don't believe it. I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All together.
I remember that episode.
Yeah, well now it's turned like
Green.
I had.
You guys brought in Lacey Green, and then TJ Kirk was finally available.
Yeah, and here I am. I
don't want to talk to him.
I had four. Yeah, I had four IPAs on Sunday. Meanwhile, they were death shots, and that's not recreational drinking right there. That's just performance art. That's self-abuse is performance art, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys think I don't day drink on Sundays?
Do what?
Never mind.
Okay. All right.
Well, everybody make sure to go check out Lesser Saints of Discord every Sunday night just before Main Saints show. Make sure to subscribe, hit like, hit the bell for notifications. Leave a comment why you want to know why Jables loves Mother's Day so much. It's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Oh man. Okay. Okay, all right. We love you, Jables. We'll see you next time, all right, buddy?
All right, see you.
Yeah. No, I gotta do something here real quick. Okay. Let me see if I can figure out a way to do this without us getting in trouble. Yeah, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Oh, that's encouraging. That's fucking encouraging.
So, oh wait, oh shit, that's on the wrong window. Hang on. Sorry, no, I got this. It'll be worth it. So Rhino apparently did some digging. The legendary hacker known as Rhino.
Rhino Chan.
Yes, Rhino Chan did some digging, and he actually came upon something that I think you're gonna have to need to answer for, Vern. He found your leaked nudes, man. And your leaked nudes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had to crop quite a bit because it is very all revealing.
Alright, I don't know if I'll be able to like see it. Like, will you be able to send it to me somewhere else? Like, somewhere
Sure.
else here?
Yeah. No, I can.
Where is it? I don't know.
It's in the Not Safe for Work chat in Discord.
God, I gotta open this thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Oh, come on. Come on.
He was young and he needed the money. Come on.
I guess
see, I know that this is fake because it's not that big.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. That's good. Anyway,
okay, I'm gonna go burn my laptop now.
Right.
Yeah, you were. You know, I could feel in the second half of the show all that strident enthusiasm you had earlier in the day just sort of withered away, didn't it?
No, yeah, that was no, that didn't wither away. That was crushed. Almost immediately. The second somebody said clown posting, there's no way this is a tangent that it's gonna be a wild ride.
It only gets better from here.
Oh, great. Great.
Don't forget, with your new found Gonzo enthusiasm, we will totally be dropping acid at some point in the future, right?
Don't say that publicly.
Why? We're gonna end up getting arrested. Everyone's gonna know about it anyway.
That's true.
Oh my God.
Well,
Well, on one condition, you have to play the Samoan attorney.
Yeah, I think I got that. I think I've got the girth and everything for that.
Yeah. Right, good.
What rabbit?
Don't you worry about my girth there, Vern. Don't worry.
I'll throw a grapefruit at your head while you're sitting in a bathtub, asking me to kill you with a radio.
Nice. This is how it should be done.
Take the fucking tape recorder and put it in higher with me.
All right. Last little bit that we got to talk about is, yes, it is true. We got to strike on the channel. If it is not cleared up by Sunday, then we will be streaming on my channel instead for the Sunday Night Saints. But otherwise, I think that's pretty much it. And then you can find us again right here next Thursday, once again on Twitch. And we're looking into doing more shows, but we've been saying that for a long time, so who knows if we'll ever actually fucking do it.
We'll get around to it. It'll be fine.
At one point.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
But our guest tonight has been the one and only Vernaculus.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure, buddy. We're gonna go red pill. Oh wait, oh shit, hang on. One more thing that we gotta do.
Yeah.
We gotta title this episode. What are we gonna title it?
Oh, I titled it Vern Jong Il.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Well, I was really hoping you pick up on that because in Jeff and I's inability to communicate effectively today, we ended up producing 2 promos for this episode.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and so I named the episode in that one, and I'm like, wait a second, he has no idea. This should be comical.
It worked out. All right. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna go red pill Vernie here on some E-fucked, and we'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Good night, everybody. Yes, we are.